I cannot express enough to you guys how much I...
Okay, go back and watch that for content, but I've been following Megan for a little while. It's not so much that she wishes she was a liberal. You have to watch it to understand what she's talking about. But I know why. That once you started questioning things, how people started getting different towards you, let's put it that way, or acting different or being different around you, you're not following the narrative. You're questioning the narrative. And once you question the narrative, they don't want to know you anymore. They think you're a traitor. They think you're a Trump tard, or what, or a MAGA extremist. Once you start questioning the narrative, which is what we were taught as children, always ask questions. Always question authority. Don't, it's not so much obey authority, but you can question it. Like, why are you doing this? What is going on here? What is the purpose of this? Blah, blah, blah. You can go on and on with the questions. But once you question a Democrat or a leftist, oh no, you're wrong. And now you're not even only just slightly to the right or in the center, slightly to the right. No. You're an extreme MAGA rhino Republican. Period. End of story. That's the only way they think. It's all or nothing. And that's why there's no compromise in Congress or anywhere else. And even at the state level, there's no compromise. It's my way or the highway, period. And it never used to be like that. You used to be able to have a healthy debate. You used to be able to talk to people with opposite opinions, but still have respect for each other. Now, fuck you. I'm right, you're wrong, take a walk. That's what's happened. And because you were on the left at the time, you were accepted. Oh, yes, she believes in all our ideologies. She believes this and that and the other thing. No problem. And you come along one day and decide, wait a minute, something ain't right. And you start asking questions. Well, God forbid, don't you dare question us. They think people like me and others, and maybe even you, I don't know, that you're a fascist when they don't even know what the word means. And when you look up the definition and what an actual fascist is, that's the left 100%. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And I'm not going to sit here and recite it for everybody. Go fucking look. Do your research. Be more than just a puppet on this thing. Read. I believe you all were taught to read at some point. But that's why you're feeling kind of, I don't, for lack of a better word, an outcast to the left. Because you questioned what they were doing. How dare you? That's my explanation of it. That's the way I feel it is. I'm sure, I don't know if that's the same way you feel about it, but I'm sure there's a lot of people who will agree with me on that point. So you do you. You believe what you want to believe. You vote for who you want to vote for. Look, I've said it many times on here. I would vote for a Democrat if I thought they were going to do something for the country. If I thought they had America first and America's interest in first and foremost, then I would vote for them. And if they didn't, they'd be voted out. Plain and simple. I don't see a scenario. I don't care who's running against Joe Biden. I don't see a scenario where Joe Biden wins this election again. I don't see it. The polls, everyone is tired of hearing the bullshit out of this administration. I mean, just now, I nobody likes the guy from Fox who questions who's always on the video questioning the press secretary. But he was there and said, "You're here spewing that the economy is great. Joe Biden saying the economy is great. In this house, everybody thinks that the economy is great. But meanwhile, outside, everybody knows it's garbage." And then she comes up with the biggest bullshit excuse. They blame Trump. Trump was the reason why the economy's so bad. Really? It had nothing to do with your inflation bill that did nothing to stop inflation and just sent more money to foreign countries. We're in more debt now than we were under Trump. You'd have to look that up for the exact numbers, but we're in more debt in 2.5, 3 years than we were in 4 years of Trump. I don't know if it's a big margin. I couldn't tell you. I didn't really. I've seen it here and there, and I could be wrong on that point. But yes, that's bottom line is, because you questioned, how dare you? So that's my reasoning towards it. And look, if you're around people who don't want to compromise and who don't want to have a civil conversation about certain things, or even get into why you think this is wrong or that's wrong, and why they think it's right and that's right, and maybe there's a compromise to that, because I believe that you and I, or me and somebody else, could actually sit around and compromise about this. Except for the extreme ones like Harry and his fucking friends. Because they're the same thing. It's Biden or bust. And if you're against me, too bad. I still don't know. By the way, just to get off topic, how the fuck is Harry still on here? How is Harry still not in fucking handcuffs by now? Just for the bomb threat alone, how is he not facing charges for this? DNC really is backing him, huh? Because if I did that, or if you did that, we'd be doing the perp walk. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, you have a good day. My cuckoo clock says have a good day. And God help us all. Booyah!